Hey, hi, hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're doing a full face of Huda Beauty. If you watched my Shop My Stash, the last one, that's literally what I picked out, with the exception of I didn't have a Huda concealer, so I grabbed the closest thing that worked the best. And it's like that with a couple of products, but for the most part, it's a full face of Huda Beauty. So we're doing that today. I'm really excited. I've actually been using this stuff for like a week and a half now. And this is not, most of this stuff wasn't new. Some of this stuff like this, I didn't have full opinions on, and now I do. And I'm really excited to share this with you. So we're gonna jump right into this. I didn't do my hair either, and I feel like I'm gonna end up curling it, but who knows? I'm going to start by doing my brows. I'm using the Huda Beauty Micro Shade Brow Pencil in Black Brown, and then the Bomb Brows Full and Fluffy. I've been really enjoying these, and if you guys have been interested, this should be like a nice little look into how well these products have been going for me. I'll zoom you guys in a little bit closer when I do my eyeshadow, but I'm going to do some fill-in real quick. I will say I really do, I like so much of this stuff. And including stuff that before I was kind of on the fence about. I like a lot more of this stuff now. And Huda Beauty has always been probably one of my favorite brands. These brow products I'm still kind of on the fence about. I just don't know exactly how I feel about them. I will tell you that okay, so I didn't have a Huda Beauty concealer, so I grabbed the NYX Born to Glow. This concealer is just not really great for carving out my brows, and I like to do a very gentle kind of carve, to the very least make it easier to do my eyeshadow with. So I'm using the Morphe Fluidity to do that with. I'm pretty much just gonna do my makeup today how I've been doing it since the start of this round. Obviously some of the products, I've used both of I pulled in 2 different foundations this round, and I've used both of them, but I'm gonna do the look that I've really been gravitating towards in this particular video. I'm not doing anything crazy with the brows. I like more casual, laid back brows, but I like them to look kind of cleaned up, you know? And that is the goal here. I feel like this brow is bigger than this brow. I think I need to trim them more. I also did not have a Huda Beauty eyeshadow primer, so I pulled out the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm pretty sure this one is almost empty, and I don't know if they even made a full size of this, or if, son of a bitch, or if this is the size that it comes in. This is an insane eyeshadow primer, and I mean that genuinely. I put on way too much, and I've never used an eyeshadow primer like this. You need the tiniest amount. I mean, I could have used an 1/8 of that amount and it would have been too much. The tiniest amount. It blends out super easily, but this tube, it comes out so fast. I know we're not here to talk about ABH, but I really do like this. I do wonder though, is this the travel size or is this the full size? Do they even make a full size? I am gonna need to find out, because I do like it. And that little guy is almost empty. One of the only complaints that I have this week is that neither one of the eyeshadow palettes has a good just neutral base color. So I've been using whatever powder products I can find, because I like to set my eye primer, but none of the palettes have a good shade to set your eye primer with. So I've been actually using the powder shades in the Tarte palette that's in the Panning Punk Project pan. But today I'm just going to use the loose powder, or the pressed powder from Huda Beauty, from Glowish. I've been having a ton of fun doing the eyeshadow looks using these 2 palettes. I have been using Rose Gold Remastered way more. That's what we're going to use today. I think I'm going to start off by going into the Sandalwood shade, and we're going to do a nice kind of simple look today. I'm going to put that in the crease socket. This is pulling super red, but I do love this eyeshadow formula. It blends pretty nicely and pretty easily. And I've done a couple, I've been trying to do more TikToks, and so I've been trying to do one every day where I apply some kind of makeup. And I actually just did one where I did an eye look. So it was all close-ups and everything, and I kind of like how that one turned out. I think that one's going live today though, so we'll see how well it does. But I've been trying to do more. I've been having some issues with the footage getting deleted, and that's frustrating. But I've been really having fun with that, and so if you're interested in seeing just more like kind of random shorter looks. Sometimes I talk through them, sometimes I'm trying out new products, sometimes it's just me doing an eye look with a palette. If you're interested in that, then that is on TikTok, and my TikTok is linked down below. And then I do some on Instagram Reels sometimes I'll post the TikToks on Instagram Reels. It really just depends on what I'm feeling and how much I like it. I'm gonna go in with a different brush because I just want this to be a little bit more buffed out at the top, because I'm going for like a lighter look today, because I've been doing so many cut creases and just, it's so easy to do like fun kind of bougier looks. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit, I'm so sorry. It's so easy with this palette to do kind of fun bougie glitter over the top looks, and that's kind of what I've been doing. So today we're just gonna go a little bit simpler. I am gonna go into the gold palette, and I'm just gonna go into this shade right here, kind of use that to buff out the very top of this, because this got a little away from me. All right, I'm going to go into this Demure shade right here, and I'm gonna put that in the outer corner. I do feel kind of bad that I haven't used the gold palette like nearly as much as I was planning to, but Rose Gold Remastered has always been just one of my favorites, you know? I think I'm gonna go into Moon Dust, which is this shade right here, and I'm gonna put that on the inner eyelid. I wiped off that brush, but I'm gonna use the same brush, and I'm going to go into, I think I'm gonna mix Pink Diamond and Rose Gold together, just super lightly. Put that where I put the Demure shade. Okay, so now as with most of my looks, this is going to be a trust the process thing. So I'm gonna do liquid liner, then we're gonna move on to face, and then we will come back to the eyes before we're finished. The Huda Beauty Life Liner Quick and Easy. I am going to do my liner really quick, and then I'll give you my kind of thoughts about it. I like this liner. I think it's a great liner, but this and the mascara, I am having the hardest time taking off. I don't know what it is. My like regular cleansing balm and micellar water and stuff, it won't come off. It won't come off. It won't come off. Drives me crazy. Okay, so we're gonna take a break from the eyes, and we are going to work on the face for a little bit. So I have the Huda Beauty Water Jelly Primer. I love this. I have a feeling, and I will preface this by saying I have looked up absolutely nothing. I hadn't even heard about this until I got that one sample in my Shop My Samples project, and I loved it so much I bought the full size. I am assuming that this is not like a really well-liked product, like just what I know about most people's tastes. But I don't know. Do you guys, have you tried it? Do you like it? Is it a popular product? I really should look up some reviews for it because I love it. It's great. Huda Beauty Glowish. I did a whole video where I tried this, as well as I want to say like the powder. No, not the powder. A blush? I don't know. This and some other glowish product from their Glowish line. In that video, I don't remember my exact thoughts on it, but I know that I wasn't in love with it. And I was like, okay, probably gonna take a little bit of time to, you know, I'll have to play around with it and try to figure out a way to make it work. Because it is a skin tint. And it is very, very glowy. And you guys, I have figured out a way. First of all, one of the things that I've learned is that you cannot apply too much of it, because too much of it just looks crazy. And you really don't need a whole lot. I am the queen of like over applying a foundation and using way too much. And I think I've really been getting better about that, because even with foundation sticks, they all look a lot better. I'm wearing a workout Nike shirt, by the way. I'll probably end up changing at some point. I'm gonna do a little bit more. The biggest secret to this though is to apply it with a brush. Because for like a skin tint type thing, I'm like primarily a beauty blender person. So I apply very little with a brush. And I don't know why, but this looks so good on my skin when it is applied and like buffed in with a brush. And I love it so freaking much. And it makes the rest of everything just look so good. And I have been loving how my like face makeup has been looking since I started this round of Shop My Stash. It just took a little like playing around to use it. And also The water jelly primer works with this too. I've really been liking this as well. And again, I'm not going through it as fast because I'm trying to use a little bit less. Baby steps. I don't know why I always feel like you have to like pound on foundation. I'm going to use the NYX Born to Glow. And I put this where I always put concealer, which yes, it is a lot of concealer. I think I just got so used to applying so much makeup because that's what like used to be the style. But now I'm like, I kind of like it better. And a lot of these products, like these newer products, are formulated to where you don't need as much. Otherwise it just doesn't look right. And so I kind of have to like break myself of that habit. And I'm 5 years behind, it doesn't matter. But so this concealer, I really like how it like melts into the skin tint when I use the same brush. So this is the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Skin, the 704 Skin Smoothing Complexion. And I just feel like it melts in so seamlessly. Okay, and then I like to take just a damp beauty sponge. This is the Sonia Kashuk one. And just bounce it over the top just to make sure that it's all blended nicely. But like at the end, and again, it's a trust the process kind of thing. At the end, I think that this looks so good. So now we're gonna move on to cream product. The Huda Beauty Tantour Contour and Bronzer Cream in Light. I love this. I actually hit pan on this. Before I switched to cruelty free, I was using the Chanel, Tan de Chanel, the Soleil, whatever the hell it's called, and I loved it. And so when I went cruelty free, I was looking for kind of like a dupe of that. Someone had recommended this. I've been trying out a couple of different application techniques, so now I'm just trying to remember what I was doing. Someone had recommended this and I tried it, and oh my goodness, it is so wonderful. And so I blend, and I normally do like the contour, cream blush, and cream highlight all at the same time, and then I blend it. But for whatever reason, I tried doing it like one at a time with this makeup, and sometimes we'll do it one at a time, sometimes we'll do it all together. Normally I like it better all together, but with this makeup I like it better one at a time. It takes a little bit longer, but I think that overall it looks a little bit like nicer. I'm gonna use my nude sticks because of course. I do use the same sponge to blend it all in though. I don't know why, I feel like it makes such a big difference in how it ends up turning out. And it could all just be in my head, but like I said, I have been, like this is the look that I have been doing and I've been loving it. And then for the Huda Beauty 3D highlight palette, there is a cream highlight in here. There are powders as well. Does it get gross? Yes, it does. But it is fine. I love it, okay? And just wait, you just gotta wait. I pulled out the Huda Beauty Easy Bake in Cupcake. So I'm going to use this to do kind of like a light bake. On the nose and over. I went a little too far on this side, that's okay. And then just... So it's very minimal. What does it do? Not a whole lot, but I think it makes it look just a little bit nicer. This is kind of how I've been baking. I don't even know if I'd call it baking though. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna let this sit for a couple minutes and we'll be back in a second. Alright, so I'm just gonna brush the excess powder away with a big fluffy brush. I'm gonna use that same brush to do the setting powder, the face powder, which is the Glowish by Huda Beauty. This is the Luminous Press Powder in Fair Light. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, I also have the Glowish Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder in Medium. This is shade 2. So I like to apply that the same place that I applied the cream contour, and I do it a little heavy, and then I take a brush and I blend it in. Can I just say, this winter weather has been the worst for my lips and my skin, and obviously part of my issue is the fact that I'm not doing my skincare routine. I'll get it back, you guys. Oh my goodness. But I hate when my lips are like all dry. It just drives me crazy. So this is more of like a bronzing radiance powder. I'm pretty much using it as a contour, but I'm buffing it out in a way that it's hitting more places than just a regular contour would. And so I end up liking the end result. I think it looks really nice. I have a glowish blush, but I ended up not bringing that into this round because the 3D highlighter palette had a blush in it. It has this Ibiza blush right here. And seriously, this is a glowy blush, and I have fallen in love with this. I honestly think I like so many of these products, but this blush might be my favorite. And I don't know, this is one of those palettes that like I had used before, but not like seriously. And so I didn't really have any opinions on it, except I knew that I liked it. But you guys, this blush, I go to town on this. It looks so nice. And it's kind of like a highlightery blush. Highlightery. Oh my gosh, it has the prettiest glow. So I pack it on. And then I'm going to take a highlight brush. And I like to just mix the two highlights, those two, very lightly. I'm going to apply that in all of the highlight spots. This palette though, I want to hate it because I don't like the cream and powder products together. And I just can't, because this is so pretty. It gives you the prettiest glow. I love it all. Now obviously this is a little harsh, so I'm going to take that big fluffy powder brush and I'm going to kind of buff it all together. The bronzer, the blush, the highlight, and give it a nice like seamless look. I just think it ends up looking so nice. I really do. So we're going to go back to eyes. I still have the lashes and I wish that I had done a look that would have fit these better. I'll probably end up doing one on TikTok before this is over, but I have not used these yet. The milk eyeliner that I was using, I used it up. It's gone. And then I brought in a Tarte something or other. That was gone. Like, it was empty when I pulled it out. I don't know why it was in the drawer. So this is Tarte Sex Kitten. And this is what I'm going to use to do the waterline. I'm going to go back into the palette. I think I'm going to take this Man-Eater shade and just do that under my lower lash line. Just super like lightly though. Super lightly, because it is a red shade and I don't want it to like look super red. And then I'm also going to go into Bubbly, which this is the perfect inner corner shade. Just perfect. And then I'm going to do the teensiest bit under my brow. Okay, so I always do setting spray before mascara, and I don't have a Huda setting spray, so I'm using the Ofra Makeup Fixer, which is also part of the Panning Punk Project Pan. Before mascara, I have the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes. I got this in that advent calendar. I used it for the first time this round. Here's my thing. So it's got a volume side and a lengthen side. A volume and a curl and length. And I like to kind of mix them and put both of them on my lashes. I don't know what it is about this mascara and the eyeliner, but I cannot remove them. Like double cleansing, triple cleansing, none of it works. So I have a new micellar water that I'm using. And at first I thought it was that, but then I tried like cleansing balms and cleansing oils too, and they do not budge. So it is a really nice like mascara, but it does not budge. It is a pain to take off. So I like to do the volume side first. And then a little bit of the length side. So I don't know if you guys can see, but this side has mascara, this side doesn't. It works really well. It is a pretty mascara. I'm gonna be shocked if y'all can't see that. It's a really pretty mascara, but I just don't know if it's worth the struggle of removing it. And then I have this. This is a mini. This is the Matte Lipstick Interview. This is like that power. Do you know what I'm talking about? So I've used this a couple of times. I love this formula of lipsticks. I have been using it without a lip liner though. Not 100% sure how I feel about that. Okay, this is the Huda Beauty look. Honestly, I feel like, especially the last few rounds for Shop My Stash, I have been very irritated by the end of it because something isn't working right with something, and it's been just a whole lot of busts and frustration and products I don't like. This round, I think, is one of my absolute favorites because so many of these products are so good, and I love the way that they work together and that they blend together, and I just think it looks so beautiful. Like this, I'm obsessed. So far that's going great. I'll give you guys more updates during the next Shop My Stash, and I'm filming this early. It's gonna go up in a few days, but I wanted to make sure, like, I didn't want to do this right before I gave thoughts on Shop My Stash, so I'm kind of doing it in the middle of the Shop My Stash round, if that makes sense. Trying to space it out so I'm not like giving you the same information in 2 days, and I'll have more time to like play around with stuff and do different combinations and things like that. But I love it. I I love it. And this has really just reiterated to me that I like Huda Beauty. A couple of quick things. Someone in the comments had recommended that I do more like full face of brands with Shop My Stash, and I think I'm going to do that like periodically because I don't want it to be all it is and I don't have enough brands for that. But periodically, I think I'm going to do that. And I also think I used to do more like themed Shop My Stashes where like, I don't know. So I think I'm going to do that. So if you have recommendations for themes, leave them down below. I know for Valentine's Day, we're going to focus on pinks and reds and whites. But I was thinking even like just all white packaging things, you know, or all unique packaging, or just products that start with a certain letter. I don't know. I haven't given that much thought. But I think that that'd be fun because I like the challenge of it all. And I like the themes, and I think that kind of keeps it more interesting. But I really like the full face of Huda Beauty. It was a good move for me. So thank you guys so much for joining me here today. Make sure you tell me down in the comments below what your favorite Huda Beauty product is. Let me know. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that bigger subscribe button below me if you'd like to see more of me. And I will catch you guys next time. Have a great one. Goodbye.